Andre Felton is a neurobiologist who was born in Guyana and now is a professor of neuroscience at the Center of Neuroscience at New York University and an associate professor of physiology and pharmacology at SUNY Downstate Medical Center. Here is a more recent photo of Professor Andre Felton. I chose this scientist based on his field of work and childhood memories. Neurobiology is the type of research that he performs, and I've never noticed how much research has been done with the human brain in terms of individual components. While researching, he looks at the function of the brain and breaks it down to its basic parts, which is intriguing. He describes how he used to read the Hardy Boys series and then try to solve mysteries with his friends. I used to do the same thing, except I spent more time playing with my brothers. Now, in the 21st century, scientists have access to amazing equipment and technology. With this technology of modern science, I believe that scientists are aiming to perfect the way our bodies perform and the environment of the Earth. As impossible as that seems, many advancements have already taken place to better our world. To me, this means that as a scientist, I must make the largest increase in the database of recorded knowledge that I can and pass it along to the next generation to improve. In his first authored paper, titled Dissociating Space to Understand Hippocampal Function, Professor Andre Felton describes how the hippocampus retains information, especially about position. He performed experiments where he rotated a mouse to distort its spatial perception. Also, he tested tetrodotoxin, TTX, on one hippocampus to inactivate it, and monitored the effects on spatial cognition when surroundings were disorganized by rotation. He also explored how that in rat models, difficulties in brain reception of new information and perception is related to hippocampal dysfunction. Professor Felton began a business called Biosignal Group that had the technology to make collecting brain activity easier. He used this in his lab on rats and mice, but eventually realized this could be used in hospitals. However, he did not know how to make this available. So, one colleague, that he spent many hours with, told him to commercialize the product. He had to ask many colleagues, and even people he did not know, to commercialize his work. Eventually, the group's aim turned towards epilepsy, which led to a federal grant on this research. One reason why they turned toward epilepsy is because the technology of the biosignal could be used in epilepsy research to solve many problems. Here are some references. Number one is for his first authored paper, and number two is where I got the information about how he grew his business from a biology background.